Season 6 of the iRacing IndyCar Series. We are here for some fun this evening. 60 laps of racing around this 2.25-mile road course that is in a beautiful area of Ohio. If you've never been, I suggest you go and check it out. We welcome you in tonight. Grand Prix of Mid-Ohio. It is the iRacing IndyCar Series here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. I am the captain, Chris Scalo. Of course, Gary Gatso usually joins us, but we're sitting here on a Sunday evening on a race that was ran Tuesday evening. And so I have to go talk to Gary and put the broadcast on. If Gary shows up, cool. If not, then we go from there. But apparently I'm very quiet. Isaac, turn your hearing aid up. How's that? The music probably drowning me out a little bit. Anyways, appreciate everybody being a part of the broadcast, of course, this evening watching this. I know some people are running practice for my IndyCar series that runs at Long Beach this week, and so on and so forth. And Riley, you're pushing the wrong buttons, buddy. Anyways, we are gonna have some fun here with the drivers who are a part of the race. They're going to be in chat and so on and so forth. But we're in for, I think, what is going to be a fun race this evening. Partly cloudy skies, 78 degrees, 102 on the track, 55% humidity, and winds blowing from the north at 4 miles per hour as we enter this race. So, yeah, we go from there. And I'm actually going to use this to get you your starting lineup. No, I'm not, because it's got the graphics of wrong stuff on there. Yeah, let's just go like this. Stephen Larcamp on the pole tonight. Yeah, that's just put up how they're lining up over there on the left-hand side of the screen. And that is how they are going to set the grid here as the engines fire up. And we get ready to do some racing. I'm still learning how to do this whole pre-recorded thing on 2 different apps and so on and so forth. So you're going to notice like different graphics and things popping up on my screen. And if you do in advance, that's because, again, I'm working on it. So you see your starting lineup over on the left. Chris Lewis, Gary Gatso, they will not be starting the race this evening. Pace car is going to pull off. However, they will not take the green flag here because, well, in traditional Mid-Ohio style, we start the race out of the keyhole over in turn number 3 of this track. Now, while we work our way over there, let's show the point standings. Entering this race tonight, Isaac Morris with a 44-point lead over Kite Bommersbach. You see Nate Brody there in 3rd, the Indianapolis winner. Sam Blackwood there 4th. Stephen Larcamp, who's the pole sitter tonight, he is 5th in the driver's standings. Team points, iRacing leading by about 82 points over Kamagoya. Dick Racing 3rd, LMC Black Hat and Mimsy there in respective orders. You guys are very demanding. I wonder if it's because the microphone's way down here. Is that better? Anyways, 60 laps going to make up this race here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Gary Gatso is actually the admin of the race tonight because I wasn't able to broadcast. He decided I'm just going to jump over there and help out with the adminning tonight, which is usually part of the plan here at this race, because he's able to tell them when the green flag comes out, because the green's already technically out right now. But the real green flag is going to wave right now as Larcamp and Morris lead him to the green flag at Mid-Ohio. China Beach over turn 5. Morris out to a pretty good lead. Larcamp has fallen to 3rd behind Kite Bommersbach. Off my screen. And through turn number 4, it will be Isaac Morris leading lap 1. And guess what we have? Yes, Track Cam's 4 Gourmet making her appearance here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. You are going to see the closest thing to real cameras here in a race at Mid-Ohio. Got some new stuff to show off here this evening. Looking forward to it. Watch everybody pretty much single file down the back straight, away they go. A very fast and very technical track to work your way around. Everybody staying pretty kind of tight to each other. 62, that's Larcamp there. Robbie Audi behind him, making a rare appearance in the series. George Whitehouse and Carlos Dotero there in the 48 having blinking issues. Caden Tuff's having some issues right now. Looks like he has crashed and is on pit road. Caden ran a blistering qualifying lap, all of like 2.5 minutes, I think. Had to pick on him for that one. We ride on board with Isaac. 2 laps in, already a 1.2 second lead. As it looks like Luke Daniels has had some issues. He's on pit road with damage. Luke, who has had a fantastic start to the season. See what happened to him here if I can find it. He's already on pit road here. Oh, it's not helping me here. For some reason it's on the grid view when I go to this. There's Luke, oh, with heavy damage. I don't know why it's doing that to me. Oh, Luke with some heavy, yeah, he's been off the track and in the wall or something. So a tough break for the 98. He will continue on, but unfortunately for him, he got some heavy damage there. Yeah, Dan's P1 here for a quick second. It's going to update itself here in just a second, so just hang on. This is part of the whole replay thing I'm learning. Give it a second. Isaac's going to cross the line. There we go. Everything's back in place now. So Isaac leads Kite Bomber Box second as he slides up the track. For some reason, Kite's car has got a number 1 on it. His paint must have changed from the previous race, so that's what happens when I don't get the broadcast as quick enough. Some of the paints will change to what they're running right now from Trading Paints. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Kite just unfortunately in a different colored car tonight. It's okay. Robbie Audi, they're seeing Blackwood back here. Carlos Dotero, all these guys within about a second of each other over the Thunder Valley area. Carlos kind of sliding a little bit off the track. He goes. Got a little loose into the corner there. Too much rear braking or too much downshifting there too quick. Cohen Evans in the 17. Change that logo. Luke has left pit road. He is back on the track right now. There's Cohen in, not really in the 6th position, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a little bit better, I guess. Anyways, we digress. So for those who haven't figured it out yet, I'm using like 2 apps at once right now for the graphics. Oh, one car spinning. That's Dotero out of control. Goes for a lazy spin. Backs it off here in the keyhole. Got to be careful. Watch out for other cars merging. And he will get it back straight and on his way. Battle second, third, fourth right now pretty tight. You got 9th, 10th, and 11th pretty tight. Jim Herrick having some issues off track over here near the final corner, turn 12. Jim coming off a fantastic race in the previous event at Road America. Having some struggles here so far. And Jim's really having issues now. Oh, good grief. I think Jim Herrick has gone to the Austin SAR School of Black Box right there. Holy moly, what was that? I hope Jim's okay. What's that? For those who don't know the joke behind that, Austin I know pretty well now. He was a driver of mine in this series last season. And at this same race, he was playing with the black box and forgot to brake at the keyhole and went straight into the wall like Jim did. So for Jim, his night is, I think, over. And here's Edu Vila in the 9th position. Mr. Push to Pass. Following behind Lester right now in the 9th position, 11 seconds back from the leader. I just hear somebody else spinning. I heard skid marks. I think that was Baldwin who had issues. And he is towed back to pit road in the 15th position already. Robbie Oddie in the 44 car, running 4th right now. Sam Blackwood, 1.6 seconds back or so. George Whitehouse right there behind him, about 0.6 or so back. Those guys running right there nose to tail with each other. A lot of times right on top of another here. Not much separation in a lot of this field, so it shows you the tight field they have in this series. Lap times right around the 107 area right now. Isaac with the fast lap on the last lap by. And Baldwin admitting that he has a potato for a computer. Blackwood getting some pressure put on him here from Whitehouse. Very technical here around this part of the track through Thunder Valley. As they go through the left-hander here and up to turn 12 and 13, I believe this is. Double apex corner. Get you back to the front straightaway. Already 9 laps in. You can go roughly a one-stopper in this race, about 27 to 30 laps or so. More than likely a two-stopper, but I mean, if you saved it enough, you could try a one. I know I go back to the race that Charlie Kimball won a few seasons ago that, you know, they were in the two-stopper, pitted at lap 30 and 60 of a 90-lap race, and well, the rest is history in that event. Gotta be very careful how much you're on the throttle here. You can easily spin the tires. You see they're on the alternate red tires right now, which are not nearly as fast, or they're faster right now than the primary black tires, but eventually those black tires will be the way to go. You ride with Isaac here as he crosses the line. Lap number 9 already in the books. Fourth gear, turn 1 up to the keyhole here. Steven Larcamp there about 1.5 seconds back. And Kite Bombersbach about 2.8 seconds back. But this fight here continues. Easily the best battle on the track as Whitehouse tries to get up here to the 27. And Sam's gonna pull over for him, actually. A little teammate move there. He's like, dude, you're faster. I'm not holding you up anymore. Nice classy move there on Blackwood's part, actually. Am I ready for tomorrow night? I'm born ready. Come on, dude. Seriously? Am I ready to go run on Sonoma? Hell no. Am I ready to broadcast Sonoma? Born ready. You ready for your former spotter to whoop your tail again? Here's Ito Vila about 7/10 back right now of Lester. See, the good news here, and this is kind of cool to share with you guys, the TrackCam 4 Gourmet guys, of course, check them out, trackcam22.com. They've actually set me up with these cameras. I actually have a camera package for the Grand Am cars and for IndyCar. So I'm showing you both cameras actually throughout this race. So you're going to see some cameras that might look different from the IndyCar race here at Mid-Ohio, and that's because that's the Grand Am cameras you're actually seeing. So when like the sports cars run here. And some of you might just not even realize any difference at all. So Ito about a half second or so back from Lester in that 51 car. Got our drones out here tonight, having a good old time. Down the back straightaway here to China Beach, and the reason why they kind of call it China Beach, if you look over here stage right, you're going to see what could be the biggest dirt pit in the world right there. You don't want to put a car off over there. He ain't coming out. And then here's where the start of Thunder Valley. Here's the big old technical corners here. You're barely on the throttle at all through here. It's a mixture of uphill, downhill, left and rights. Very technical. And it spits you out over here at the other side of the track. There are some parts about this track that, when I watch laps around it, remind me of running at Barber. Just the way it winds through and how technical it is and so on and so forth. Lester kind of defending a little bit against Ito. He's actually starting to stretch it out a little bit, and so is Isaac up there for the lead. Most of these cars roughly about a second or so apart now. As you look at Steven Larcamp going by the lap car of Luke Daniels, I believe that was in the 98. I mean, I know it's kind of different, but like when you look at this section right here, like I get Barber out of it. You come out of that final corner, left-hander up the straightaway, left-hander. The difference is here you go down a long straightaway to turn to the keyhole, where Barber, you loop around right here. And then the technical part of the track, it reminds me so much of Barber. And I don't know if maybe when George Barber built that track, if he kind of emulated Mid-Ohio maybe a little bit. But they're two fantastic circuits. Abbiati there in the 4th position. As I mentioned, Whitehouse got by Blackwood last time by. Whitehouse, one of the faster cars out there in 07.9. About 0.2 faster than Audi, so we'll have to watch that battle. Could see a little something there brewing up. So the question, how long these alternate reds going to hang on, we will have to see, as Dotero's going off over here in the turn 5 area, it looks like. Turn 6. So easy to spin the tires. I mean, that's a pretty sharp downhill left-hander. And if you goose that thing a little too much, the back end's going to not agree with you too well, and it's going to go spin. Edu is not letting Lester get away. One lap Lester's quicker, next lap Edu's quicker. I know one thing's for sure, the last couple of seasons we've been here at Mid-Ohio, there's been some drama. Some drama that we like to talk about, some drama we don't like to talk about too much. I'll just leave it at that. So what kind of drama will we see here as we're quarter distance in, 15 laps out of the 60 to make up this Grand Prix? One driver I have been very impressed with here, and I'm not just talking about tonight, I mean in general here, these last few races, this guy right here, Stephen Larcamp, a driver that the last few weeks, I believe he runs some stuff over at Lionheart, if I remember correctly, from Gary telling me, but he has come out here these last few weeks and is starting to run up front. He's won a couple poles, and you know, here he is pacing right here at Isaac. I mean, he's only about 3 seconds off. Has been running consistent throughout. See the blinding keyhole here. Turn 1, turn 1, first gear is what I was trying to say. Active the throttle and all the way up to 6th gear here. Easy push to pass here if you wanted to use it. All the way down to China Beach. Fastest part of the circuit right here. And watch this blinding left-hander right here. You go over a hill, and then you got to gas it. And it's like, you could easily see how kind of put an egg under that throttle right there so it didn't spin out on him. And here, like left, right, blinding, right, another right, downhill, another right coming up. Oh, hold on, a little loose there on entry. All right, let's give you a lap around this track really quickly. Back to this battle. It's been going on forever. As Edu is still putting pressure on Lester. Nobody's really made that whoopsies of a mistake. Last time by, Edo in 08, and Lester a 1.9. I mean, they're separated by less than a tenth time-wise. Isaac, I'll ask this question here on the stream for you there in chat. Do you ever go wide open in this section right here until about here? I mean, from that turn 5 section until you get around that last right-hander there before you go into Thunder Valley, is there any time you're full throttle? I mean, you got to be, what, burping it probably the whole entire time through there? If not, maybe a split second, as they're coming up on the back of a couple cars here, a couple lap cars. .4 seconds right now. Isaac kind of pulling away now from Larcamp. Bombers box 6.3 back. And Robbie another 6 seconds back. And one of the rare starts here in this 44 car. Robbie's been getting better and better. He's got some things I know that he's been working on over on the Thursday night league I run in, which is more of a developmental IndyCar league. It's turned into that. And Robbie has shown he's one of the faster cars there. He's just had some terrible luck. You're seeing tonight why he is one of the faster cars. Oh, he's wrecked it over there. I think that's Andres Perez that's parked over there. It is. In the 5 car. No, Andre, oh, he's high-sided now. He ain't going anywhere. He gone. Well, I'm not saying it for the sake of Isaac. I'm saying it for the sake of just how you drive an IndyCar around this place. It's so, I mean, it's such a technical area, like I said. I mean, if I had a way to see throttle tracing here, I would guess from about right here on, you're not wide open at hardly at all, if any. Until here. No, not even here. I'm sorry, till here is when you probably get wide open finally. Owen Evans coming up on the back of Sam Blackwood now. This is a battle for the 6th position. I think one of the things that makes Cohen so smooth out here on these tracks is you listen to him. Now, Isaac, I was asking you, I don't know if you heard the question, but when you're going through that technical section, once you come out of turn 5 and you go down the hill and to the right here, we'll talk about it as we get up to the corner here with Cohen. How close, if any, are you wide open from, you come out of turn 5, you go down the hill, out of that left-hander into the right-hander, and from that point all the way till just out of Thunder Valley, is there at any point in that section you're wide open? It almost seems like you're almost burping the throttle and blipping it, basically just to kind of get a little speed spike into each corner. Like from right about, okay, here, I would say any wide open at all from now until we keep going. We keep going. Until about here. Because it almost seems like by the time you touch the throttle, you don't want to spin the tires, but 2, you're right back off the gas going into a corner. As you see some lap traffic getting in the way here of Cohen. George having some blinking issues, it looks like. But still no pit stops yet. Probably going to see him here in the next couple of minutes. Cohen putting some pressure on. And Lester's about 3 seconds back. And yep, he's still got. Really? You go wide open each time? I'm kind of surprised by that. I'd be kind of hesitant to be wide open like here because you're right back off the throttle. Then wide open here, you're right back off the throttle. It's, I guess I'm kind of baffled by that. I mean, I can see right here you're back wide open. Isaac now 4.6 ahead of Larcamp. Kite Bommersbach, Robbie Oddie, George Whitehouse, your top 5. So basically what Isaac's saying, there's a reason why I'm about 10 seconds slower than everybody in an Indy car. Period. Cohen still trying to put the pressure here on Blackwood. That's for the 6th position. There's about 2 or 3 battles out here right now. There's Cohen's coming to pit road, so here comes your first pit stops. At lap 22, so obviously 2-stopper here for Cohen. And we're actually going to see an IndyCar pit crew go to work here because this is Cohen's video he sent me. Oh, well, yeah, that's a big difference, too. I don't get to practice often. Great job by that pit crew, and I don't know what the hell kind of uniforms those are. But he's going to blend out right in front of, looks like a Kamagorye teammate there of Luke Daniels, who's a lap down. So Cohen has made his pit stop. He's going to try to undercut Sam Blackwood probably here with the strategy here, so don't be surprised to see Sam on pit road right away. They're trying to counter this move. And he does not come to pit road. So everybody stays out. And Edu Vila comes to pit road, so Edu's going to try to undercut Lester here. And for some reason, Cohen's pit crew is just sitting out there, well, you know. Nothing's perfect, right? Baldwin's on pit road as Edu just drives through the right front. And Baldwin can't even, all right, the next race is going to be called Baldwin's Journey on Pit Road Grand Prix of Long Beach, I think would be the next road course. And here comes Isaac to pit road. So right at lap 25, going to split it up, 25 and 50. That would be my assumption. Larcamp's on pit road. And Kite Bommersbach will take the lead here. Dotero on pit road. And the leader pulls away. Lester in on pit road, to 51 car. Isaac Lopez on pit road also here, so pretty much everybody's cycling around here at lap number 25. And just like that, I talked about the undercut. Edu has jumped Lester. So there's one undercut. Now we're just waiting to see when Blackwood comes to pit road. As here comes Kite Bommersbach to pit road, the 2nd place car in points. Robbie Oddie also on pit road here, lap 27. So that's pretty much brought everybody but Sam Blackwood to pit road up here in the lead, as Blackwood's going to stay out and lead another lap. 4 tires and fuel, and there goes Kite. Sam, I'm guessing, will have to be on pit road this time by. That is the leader right there behind him, Isaac Moore, or going to be the leader, I should say, after this pit stop happens, Isaac Morse. Isaac another stint on the alternate reds, which will mean at his second or his final pit stop, he will switch over to the primary black tires. And Sam is going to stay out another lap, so Sam's going to push this two-stop strategy, and if he could go another 2 laps, we'll try the old Charlie Kimball one-pitter. Battle for position here with Whitehouse and Audi. Both of them on the alternate red tires also. Oh, Whitehouse a late peek to the inside there. Audi left the door open for a quick second. Give an inch, they'll take a mile. Audi a little bit of a defensive move, going to give the outside to Whitehouse. And he's going to make the move, so move George up to the 5th position. Great move. And now Blackwood comes to pit road. So, obviously, he is going to lose, I think, at least 1 position to Cohen. As Cohen has been able to run lap after lap faster, or at least at pace of Sam Blackwood. So we'll see here. I could be wrong. Been wrong plenty of times before. I'm just looking for Cohen to pop up here. There he comes into the final corner right now. You're going to see him right there come to the left-hander. And here comes Sam out of pit road. I don't know here. I'm guessing Cohen's going to be on push to pass here. And he did get around him. There's Sam right there. So there's the undercut. Some say in racing it's the easiest way to gain a spot. So 2 laps from the halfway point in this race. Been a fantastic one so far. On the Isaac Morris show for about the last 2 seasons. Oh, and Robbie Audi's had issues. Off the track he goes. I don't see any damage, but Audi is heading off. And Blackwood and Cohen Evans have both gone around him. I will say this is one flaw of Audi's that I know he's working on. I think he is, because he's got some good coaching around him. But Audi can get flustered really quickly. And I hate saying that about him because he's a great kid. But one thing, when he gets mad and he makes mistakes, they usually start racking up. But I will say this, that kid knows how to drive a race car. And you see him going right back around Sam Blackwood here. So there's the proof. But like I said, he can unfortunately make a mistake or something. He'll get flustered and things will happen. But he's a fantastic young driver in the TI Racing camp. As Isaac just passed the halfway point. A 5.5 second lead over Larcamp. Bommersbach is 9 seconds back. And then George Whitehouse has moved up to the 4th spot. Cohen Evans up to 5th. Going up 4 spots from his starting position in this race. everybody pretty spread out now with the field the way it is. Actually go give me an opportunity. Let's load the schedule up here on the screen. Of course, Mid-Ohio this week. Next week's actually Long Beach. For some reason I thought Pocono was next week. It's actually Long Beach coming up on Tuesday night. And then Pocono Raceway. And then Barber Motorsports Park to finish it out in 3 weeks. And then it'll be on to season 7. And some little birdie tells me there's going to be some fun stuff coming in season 7. I will not go into details. So Larcamp starting to put some pressure up here on Kite. As you know, Steven was running second in front of Kite for a while. And here it is now, about 2 second separation between the two. I didn't, oh, you know what? Steven went off track, I just realized. Let's go back here real quickly. And of course it jumps to that camera on me. I don't know why it does that to me. Well, let's see what happens to Larcamp. Oh, nice save. Oh, there's that road. Remember last season, somebody went for a ride there. I forget who it was, but somebody hit that road and just went airborne. And you see it tried to do it to Larcamp there. That road is very dangerous. Who was it last season? I cannot remember, but they hit that road and they went flying in the air and came back down and was like bouncing around. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Ed Kerstetter. No. Was it Daniel? Larcamp 7 pushing to pass his left. You can see it right there, third button, or the third box on the steering wheel there. You got the anti-roll bars left side, and then you have the push to pass in the middle there. And then the fourth box, I can't remember, and there's miles per gallon, and then the position you're in. Again, a 1.8 second gap between the two. And what is going to become the battle for second now after the whoopsies by Larcamp on that last lap. So reviewing the pit stops real quickly, you had Isaac Morris pit at lap 25, Bommersbach 26, Larcamp 25, Whitehouse 25, Cohen at 23, so he short pitted a little bit. Audi at 26, Blackwood 28, Ito at 24, and then Lester and Isaac at 25 apiece. So that would put everybody up near the lap 46 to 50 mark. But the window is pretty much open right now for anybody who wants to go to the finish on fuel. But the problem is the tires. Do you want to switch over to the primes to get to that point or what? So issues for Cohen Evans up here in Thunder Valley. He is going off. look out, Sam Blackwood's going for a spin. No contact. Just side by side into that corner. And a costly move, and Sam's going to lose 8th. There's your leader into the turn 12 section of the track. He's led every lap so far this evening. Isaac entering with a 40-point lead. He's had some rough patches here and there. He's got plenty of victories here this season. Bommersbach has been able to pull away from Larcamp. We appreciate you joining us here tonight on the Captain Esports Network as you're watching TI's IndyCar Series from the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. I am live actually in the booth right now talking to you, calling the race. This is not like some kind of a rerun of a broadcast. But these guys will be back in action Tuesday night from Long Beach. Tomorrow night, the TI Truck Series is going to be at Sonoma running a road course race. They will run the historic circuit, which is confusing because the new circuit that NASCAR has started running again, which is the old circuit, is the historic circuit, in my opinion. But iRacing has labeled the old circuit, which is the one with the straightaway at turn 4, as a historic circuit now. I'm baffled by that. Cohen Evans now about 7 seconds back of Rabbiati as he had that whoopsies there over in turn the Thunder Valley area. And that cost him the 5th position here. And the question going to be now, when do we see the pit stops, the final round of pit stops? And then, of course, these guys have to switch over to tires if they haven't already, to the other set of tires they have not used in the race. You have to run one stint on the alternate reds and one stint on the primary black tires, the black sidewall. Isaac Lopez still fighting it out here in the 10th position. He is a lap down. But the 10th car in P10, Carlos Dotero about 14 seconds back from him. How about a shout out to Luke Daniels, who has fought through, oh, I say that as he's off the track. Luke had fought himself up to the 12th position as he goes off. Luke had a great start to the season, but unfortunately he has had some struggles here the last few weeks. There's Andres Perez, 13th position. Andres has been off track a few times tonight as Luke's on pit road right now. Dan Marrera, the Costa Rican driver, the 26, and 14th right now. Dan is some 4 laps down right now. He has had his own issues on track tonight. Back to your leader, 11 seconds to lead. Isaac back to Kite Bommersbach. Of course, Isaac went the first 4 seasons without a championship. Easily the winningest driver in the series history, as he, if I get the numbers right, if he were to go on and win this race, will be his 20th series victory. He's the only driver in double digits, I believe. But it took all the way to season 5 for him to win a championship, but he had a lot of logical reasons behind it, of course, with personal issues and stuff. And told Cohen had a little off again and has lost a couple more positions. You see Lester is in front of him now. And Edu Vila got around him. So Cohen Evans having a little bit of a rough patch here in this middle portion of the race. But going back to Isaac, he had some rough patches personal-wise, and go back to when we first started broadcasting in this league, which was at this track in Season 2. Isaac was leading the points going to Indianapolis, had some issues in that race, and it all fell apart after that, as it looked like he was going to be the champion that year, and of course Cohen ended up winning that one. And then all the personal stuff started taking place, and in Season 5, he pretty much railroaded the field. And won the championship before the last race of the season. And here he is now, Season 6, trying to become a back-to-back champion, which would be the first one in the series history. Back to this battle for second. Kite Bommersbach had extended the lead over 3 seconds over Steven Larcamp. That has now gone down under 2.5 seconds. So Steven starting to make way here on to 37. He's got a little bit of time to go to catch him. Go through the keyhole here, going around the lap car of Luke Daniels. He's still out here fighting. He's going to split the lap cars. Excuse me. Yes, this is inside the helmet of the driver. Issues for Audi as he's been off track. Able to get back going, but Robbie lost a little bit of time there, and he's still having issues fighting this thing. A battle for position here, Lester and Sam Blackwood. You're actually going to hear about a 20-second silence as I'll be right back. I got to get my charger from the phone. Did anybody time that? Did I make it 20 seconds? I looked over my phone. It was at like 5% battery, and my phone is my new chat. for the drivers and stuff who were watching on the stream. So I was like, I don't want to lose chat. I want to be able to talk to everybody. So 17 laps to go. Again, it's been the Isaac Morris Show again this evening. We're watching Lester right now as he has pulled away over Sam Blackwood, who's starting to struggle a little bit. And as I've said, it's kind of been spread out now throughout the field in this race. But some fantastic racing, some great battles at times. And you see Isaac coming up on the back of Lester. There's Kite in the second position. And here's Larcamp going into the keyhole. And again, a big shout out to our Track Cams 4 Gourmet camera work. Of course, the official camera sponsor of Captain Esports Network. And so they give us all these cameras to work with, including these drones that are out here on the track each and every night. Well, I should say each and every night, but the majority of the nights when we have the cameras to work with. You can watch them out here flying around and getting us these awesome looking camera and pictures. Let's bounce over here to the 7th position. There's Cohen Evans. He has got Edo Vila in his sights. Might have a little bit of a lock up there. You see the smoke. Cohen putting the pressure on here. Edu not really going to protect. He sees Cohen's faster. He's hawked him down and going to let him go on by. So Cohen up to the 6th position here with 14 laps to go. So Larcamp again has been able to knock down the lead between him and Kite to 2.5 seconds. It's been kind of going back and forth a little bit. You see Kite right up there going through Thunder Valley. You know, the one thing, too, we should mention, Isaac really hasn't pulled away much. These guys have been running pretty identical times here on these older tires. That's where you see Isaac's lead still holding at about 11 seconds. Now, he's got, obviously, a well-maintained lead, but he really hasn't pulled away like he usually does to, like, that 20 or 30-second lead. Oh, spoiler alert from Sam. As Ito Vila comes to pit road, so here comes the first of the pit stops. Ito on pit road, 9.1 seconds, so that's a fair point. I hate to say that, Sam. Hey, at least you try, right? Uh-oh. Battle for second is on. Larcamp is caught. Kite. Cohen Evans on pit road for his final stop. You see Dotero leaving pit road, and now Cohen in. They get to watch his pit stop, actually. As you see him switching to the primes. Oh, and somebody's spinning back there. Is that Sam? Is that the spoiler back there? Or is that Luke? It is Luke that spun back there, not Sam. So there goes Cohen leaving pit road. 7.9 for Cohen, by the way. The double apex right-hander here, and there comes Larcamp to pit road. He's going to try to undercut. And so is Isaac's on pit road too here. So two of the three leaders have come to pit road. And there goes Isaac. And as Steven just mentioned, I look back here and see there's a 0.6 of a second gap. And there's Cohen right behind Blackwood. Appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. If you're new to the chat, hit that subscribe button. If you're not new, we appreciate you coming back and watching. And if it's all the drivers that were in this race, I appreciate you coming and watch. Sorry that it took me 5 days to get this broadcast going. So Kite on pit road here. We're going to go check and see where Larcamp comes out here. Here comes Steven right up the front straightaway here. As they come off the corner, Larcamp better be on push to pass here. Great stop by Kite, 8.04 seconds. As now Rabiati comes to pit road. Arizona, and he pulls away. So Adi leaving pit road. He'll be well in front of Sam. Well, not really well in front of him, because here comes Sam. 9 laps to go. Oh, I thought Cohen was going to drop it in there. Cohen probably on push to pass here. Unfortunately, I don't have that detail to tell you. But Cohen's going for it to the outside. This is always tight right here. Clean so far, and Cohen gives him back the spot. So that is a tough two-corner section right there. And when I talk about the drama that's happened the last couple seasons here, it's been in that corner. Well, actually, I say most of the time because there's right here where one driver tried to dive bomb somebody and it didn't work out so much. But everywhere else, it's been about the same. Over in that China Beach area, turn 4. Oh, Cohen almost dropped it in there again. Clean racing so far as they battle for 6th. Oh, I think Cohen got the run right here into turn 1. No, he doesn't. Wow. There's the leader coming behind him. Cohen with a late dive into the corner. Gonna try it again here. Oh, look out, Sam. Oh, geez. Tough break there, and I think Cohen obviously got a piece of it too, but I don't see any damage on that nose. And of course, see how this all. A little bit of a bobble before that. Sam, was it too much rear brake there, bud? Or did you downshift too quick? The black one ends up towing to pit road, it looks like. So unfortunate finish for him. And look at this, the battle's back on for 2nd. That could have been 2, yeah. Six laps to go. I'm sure these drivers are using the push to pass if they have any left. Continues on. Larcamp doing everything he can with Ty Palmersbach for the position. Oh, and around goes Larcamp. The back end swaps ends on him. And that all but ends this battle for 2nd. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage again. Double apex, you see the back end already starting to swing out. And he's trying to catch it, and it's like he gets on that curve and it really comes around. So just a rare mistake by Larcamp. And I'm sure Kite at this point is like, whew. we go back to the front, there's Isaac on his way to win number 20. Up on the back of, I believe it's Cohen Evans there in that 17. It is. Cohen in the 6th position right now. He's got about 6 seconds on Robbie Oddie if he can catch him for the 5th spot. I mentioned tomorrow night, the TI Truck Series at Sonoma. Tuesday night, the IndyCar Series back at Long Beach. Live here on the Captain Esports Network. And then following that Tuesday night race, we'll be at Darlington for the LSRL Xfinity Series. Car's getting out of the way of Isaac. You know, I talked about Robbie Oddie, and I kind of talked about maybe some of his flaws earlier tonight. And, you know, like I said, though, this young man's got some talent, and he's out here tonight, top 5 in this series. Definitely showing what he can do on a road course. And I think if I had to, if you asked me as the owner of the Thursday night development league, what Robbie can do to, you know, obviously continue to get better, and you'll see him in this series probably full time next season if I had to guess, is just put a whole race together. And I think that's the one thing that's hurt him. And not all of it's his fault either. I mean, there's been times it's not his fault. But he has had just little issues in a race that has cost him some positions or even a full race or even a win. And I think he gets over here into this TI series come next season, full season. I think he is one that can compete for a championship. Two laps to go. It's now 12 seconds ahead. So it looks like a second place, unless something weird happens, is going into his hands. But the dominating man of the night is in this one car. So he's going to see the white flag, final lap. And let the weave already start. Final time down into China Beach in turn 5. He's going to extend that points lead in a pretty big way here tonight. So his closest competitor is going to finish second, but when you go out here and you're going to lead nearly every lap tonight and dominate from the front row. It is a pretty good night to be Isaac Morris, who scores another win. Mid-Ohio this time, 20th career victory in TI. And that's it. Let's take a look at the results. As Morris wins it, Larcamp second, Whitehouse ends up third. Oh, never mind, it's all jumbled up here. So follow the standings here. So first is here, they're second. Third is down one, Robbie, and then fourth, and then fifth is up here. Sixth is way down here. It just follow the numbers. You'll see where people finished in the race tonight. Unfortunately, in a recorded broadcast, it's all screwed up. So I guess I could do the old iRacing way. So here we go. Let me zoom in. There's your finishing order. Isaac wins it. Kite, Larcamp, Whitehouse, Adi, Cohen Evans, 6th, Edo Vila, 7th, Otero, Blackwood, Isaac Lopez, Lester, Dan Barrera finishes 12th, Andres Perez, Luke Daniels, Charles Baldwin, Herrick, and Caden Tufts going to be the 17 finishers. Why is it called China Beach? Isaac might have a better answer, but the best answer I can give you, and let's jump back. Let me take it to the last lap here, and let's go over to that section of the track, and I'll show you why it's called China Beach. Look at that dirt out there. It's a beach. That's why it's called China Beach. Don't go out there. So there you go. Hopefully that answered your question there, Sam. All right, guys, I'm off for the night. So congrats to Isaac on the win again. And we will move on and get ready for tomorrow night's race here at Sonoma. And I'm going to go relax. And I actually am off work tomorrow because, you know, being a manager now, I get 2 days off of work. So with that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, or for the 5 minutes left of it. And we will come back tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time for the TI Truck Series from the virtual Sonoma Raceway. That should be a pretty good race. But thanks to Cohen for the video or the footage and stuff. Thanks, Isaac, for your help getting it for me. Thanks, Dan Marrero, for getting me his footage that apparently had some issues. Everybody who helped me get this all together, and thanks for cooperating with me and stuff. And hopefully it will be the last time that I have to pre-record a race like this for the series. But with that said, enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening or Sunday evening. And as I said in the last broadcast, and I'll say it again here, thoughts and prayers to everybody down in New Orleans and Louisiana right now, because they are just getting their ass handed to them. Let's just be point blank, period. Say a prayer for those guys tonight before you go to bed. So with that said, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.